Very good, students. All of you have recited this poem very properly, in a proper rhythm, intonation, and in a loud voice. Very nice, students. Now let us see our first stanza. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening, soft and mild, with the wind that sighs mournfully. Students, already I told you that in this poem, the poet asks a child what the past, present, and future looks like to him. Okay, to whom he asked? He asked to the small smiling child that how past, present, and future looks like to him. And in an innocent manner, this child describes the nature that he associates with each of these time frames. Means how the nature is in this time is available according to that times, how the nature is associated in these times, in a past, in the present, and in a future. In the in that time only he describes the nature that associates the each of these time frames. Okay, past, present, and future. Okay, so tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. Here the poet asked to that child, to whom? The smiling child, the small, innocent, smiling child, that what the past is like to thee. Thee means, already I told you that, thee means in the old English, you. What the past is like to thee. How the past is looks like to you. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee, what the past is like to you. According to you, that how the past. Okay, then look at here how this child is replied. An autumn evening, soft and mild, an autumn evening, small, soft and mild, with the wind that sighs mournfully. Okay, what the that the answer he has given, that an autumn evening, soft and mild, with the wind that sighs mournfully. According to him, that innocent smiling child, that past is like to him like an autumn evening. And how this autumn evening? Soft and mild. This autumn evening is a small, soft and mild. And the winds, those are blowing into this autumn evening, that sighs mournfully. Okay, the wind, those are blowing into this autumn evening. These are sighs mournfully, means these winds breathe a sadness. Okay, these winds expresses the sadness. These winds breathe in a sadness, breathe in a grief. Okay, look at here. Autumn is a that the period I told you that between the where between the winter and summer season, and that's why in that time the trees this is a period when the trees leave their leaves. Okay, and the falling of the leaves, this is a period of the falling of the leaves, and that's why here this child describes this past. This is a like autumn evening. This autumn evening is a soft and mild, and when the trees are falling their leaves their leaves, it signs the sadness, it expresses the sadness. And so with the wind that sighs mournfully, the wind which breathe in a grief, which breathe in a sadness. Okay, so the past for the child is something that he remembers with longing and a little sadness. Okay, because the falling of a leaves and mournful sign of the wind. Okay, here falling of the leaves in the autumn and mournful sign of a wind, It conveys that the child is unhappy. Why the child is unhappy? Because the past has passed and he cannot go back to it. Is it possible us to go back in the past? Is it possible to anyone? No. Though our past is a very bright, very good. Okay. Is it possible us to go back again in the past? No. And so when the poet asked about the past to this small innocent child, this child said that describes this past that it is like autumn evening when there is a falling of the leaves. Okay, when the winds are blowing in a sadness, in a grief. Okay, and so it conveys that this all description conveys that the child is unhappy because it is not possible to him to go back in the past. Listen students, though our past is a very that the very good, okay, we enjoyed a lot in a past, and though we want to enjoy it again, is it possible to go back in a past? Is it possible? No. Okay, and so this child feels unhappy that past is that already over and it is not possible to him to go back into the past. He cannot go back into the past, and that's why he described the past like a autumn evening with the falling leaves and in a that the wind which sighs mournfully. Clear everyone? Understand students? Means if most of the that the people, most of the human beings, most of the means yours also the past is a bright, very good, but though we want to go back in the past, it does not possible us to move back and to go back again in the past. Okay, because the past time is already over, and when it is over it is not possible to anyone to go back again in a past. And so here the child describes the past in this way. Clear everyone? Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening soft and mild, with the wind that sighs mournfully. Now tell me, students, uh, that to whom the poet asked the question. To whom? Huh? To whom the poet asked the question? Huh? Tell me. Yes. To whom? To the small smiling child. Okay, to whom? To small innocent smiling child the poet asked the question. What the question he asked? What the question he asked to that child? In this stanza, what the question he asked? Yes. He asked that what the past is like to thee. What the past is like to you. Okay, what the question he asked? What the past is like to thee. Okay, then how was the autumn evening? Which adjectives here are used to describe the autumn evening? How was the autumn evening, students? How was? Tell me, which are the adjectives are used to describe autumn evening? Yes, very good. The autumn evening was soft and mild. Okay, the autumn evening was soft and mild. Got it? And how the winds are blowing in the autumn evening. How it blowing? How the winds blowing in the autumn evening? Yes, it sighs mournfully. The winds sighs mournfully. They blow, they breathe in a sadness. Got it everyone? They blow, yeah, they breathe in a sadness. Mournfully means? Mournfully means sadness. And signs means? This is a long breath. Okay, which used to express the sadness. When we are in a sadness, we also signs in this way. It shows the our sadness. And the wind of the autumn evening that breathe mournfully means breathe in a grief, breathe in a sadness. Cleared everyone this stanza? To everyone, is it clear? Very good. Now look at the next stanza. Okay, so in the previous stanza, the poet asked that child about the past, and he described the past that it is like the autumn evening, soft and mild autumn evening, and the winds of the autumn evening breathe in a sadness. These winds of the autumn evening expresses the sadness. Okay, because at the time of autumn evening, the nature is like to that. The leaves of the trees are falling down. Okay, and the winds are also the dryly blowing. Okay, and so the in this way, according to that nature, the poet describes the this child describes the past because he himself is in a sadness. Why he is in a sadness? Because he is not able to go back in a past, and his past time is already over. He want to go back in a past, but it is not possible to him to go back in a past, and so he is sad, and so he describes the pastime like a autumn evening. Okay, now look at the next. Tell me what is the present hour. Tell me what is the present hour. A green and flowery spray where the young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. Now look at here. Here the poet asked to that child how that the present to him, how he looks like to the present. What is the present hour? What the question he asked? What is the present hour? To whom he asked? To that innocent small child. What is the present hour? Then the child says that it is like a springtime. Look at here how it is. It is like a springtime. In a spring season, students, everywhere there is a greenery available. Okay, greenery is spread everywhere. The trees are that the green flowers are that the available on the trees. Flowers are everywhere there available. Okay, and because of the greenery, because of the flowers, we are easily notice that the young birds also the flying, that the enjoying on the branches of the tree. Okay, so the this present is described by associates the nature by this child, that this present is a green flowery spray. This present is a green flowery spray where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. Okay, what the poet that the child says that it is like a springtime with a greenery and flowers around. Okay, it is like a springtime with a greenery and flowers around, where a young bird on a branch of tree is just learning to fly. Okay, where the young bird is on the branch of tree is trying to fly. All of you have observed the small young birds. Okay, that time there were not available that much energy, that much strength into their wings. After that they trying to fly, and so the present time to the child is like that of a spring season. In a spring season everywhere greenery is available, everywhere flowers are available on the trees, very fresh pleasant atmosphere. And in that fresh pleasant atmosphere, the young bird, the young small bird who is that trying to fly. Okay, though he is a very weak, there is no strength into his that the wings. After that, with the full of energy, he is trying to fly. In this way, this child is describes the present. Okay, means the present for the child is present for him is like a strength. Okay, the present for the child is a full of possibilities and something that he wants to take the chances. Okay, means look at here, this bird, though there is a not a, that much strength into his wing, but after that he is trying, it indicates that there are the full of possibilities in a present times are available for us. Is it there? Full of possibilities are available in a present times, and also it is necessary that with that possibilities we have to take the chance. And here this small child also wants to take the chance with that possibilities. Okay, he is gathering all his strength and looking forward to head into the world where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. This line indicates that young birds means here it is a symbol for the whom is used for the small child. Okay, means this small child also wants to collect all his strength, and he also the move further, head into the world, looking forward to head into the world. To mount and fly away means he want to move further into the world. He want to that the achieve the lots of the things from the world, lots of the success from the world with the help of the strength, with the help of the available possibilities. Okay, with the help of the strength, with the help of the available possibilities. Okay, so in the second stanza, when the poet asked him, tell me what is present are a green and flowery spray where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. Okay, what he that replied that according to him, the present time is like a spring season where greenery is available everywhere, flowers are available everywhere, and on the one branch of the tree, the young small bird is trying to fly. Look at here greenery and the flowering indicates the pleasant season of the present. Means here it indicates the pleasant mood of that small child. Okay, it indicates pleasant mood of that small child, and he is a very pleasant into this present time. And why he feels a present? Because he thought that in a present there are lots of the possibilities are available for him, and so he want to that means take the chance of these possibilities, and for that he want to that collect and want to use of its strength where a young bird sits gathering its power means the strength, and young birds means here it that the indicates the to whom, to that small child. Means here like that young bird, this small child is also wants to gather means to collect its power to its strength, and to mount and fly away means he want to collect its strength, his energy, his power, and also want to achieve that everything from the world. He want to be hid into the world. Okay, understand? So in this way he described the present time. Look at here, in a present to everywhere everyone, lots of the possibilities are available, lots of the chances are available, and it is necessary that you have to take the advantage of these possibilities and chances, and with the help of that possibilities you should use your own strength, and with the help of that strength you should achieve that your own success. Okay, for that you should take a chance of that available possibilities. That the thing, that the message the poet want to tell us with the help of the example of the springtime, and with the example of this young bird who is trying to fly. Okay, listen students. In this way, here we have discussed the second stanza. Everyone should read the first and second stanza carefully. On the second stanza, in tomorrow's period, I will ask you the some questions. For that, you should read this whole stanza. First stanza also try to prepare your own small questions on this stanza. Learn the given meanings, that write the own sentences with that meanings. Okay, and we will see the remaining stanza in our next period. Thank you so much.